Barakah, Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this word refers to as Israel, starting at the house of great millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwif, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan. And before we get going, Apostle Tahar has deemed this the year of Jacob's hopeful salvation, meaning Yahweh Shai and the hosts are coming to deliver Jacob, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, and also the year of Esau's demise. You know, the self-proclaimed white man who is actually red, who's been found out to be what you're looking at right now. Elon Musk dresses up as the devil. Why? Because it fits his personality. That's who he is. Okay, so before I get this lesson going, I want to bank off of Apostle Tahar's deeming this the year of hopeful Jacob's salvation, which is once again the coming of Yahweh Shai and the hosts, the army of angels, and the dismise, the end of Esau. Okay, so let's get it. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting of asunder of the time? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of that followeth? Okay, and this first and that followeth is the ages, the eons, the rulership, the kingdoms. Okay. And he said, and he being Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Okay, so Genesis 25 explains to us that Rebekah was in severe pain when she was when she was pregnant with Esau and Jacob. Okay, two manner of different men, two different nations were in her belly, says the prophets to her. Okay, also when they was born, Esau came out first, red all over, and Jacob was holding his heel, trying to actually literally snatch him back into the womb. Okay, which represents that Esau has this rulership, this wicked rulership that we're now in, and Jacob will come next. His time, his era, his kingdom. Okay, for Esau is the end of the world. Once again, that is eon, that is rulership, kingdom. Okay, that we unfortunately live in now, but fortunate enough to be at the end of. Blessed are our eyes to see this day. Blessed are our ears to hear these things that are taking place, for they're necessary. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. So I'm gonna read that right. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world. So Edom, his people, his heritage, his lineage, the people you see running this world to the ground. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics who appear to be at the bottom right now, okay, of humanity. All right, in the worst condition. We got next. It belongs to us. Thus says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now, with further ado, the name of this video will be No Consequences. The name of this lesson will be No Coincidence. Salakia, no coincidence, just the Lord's will. So there's no coincidence that this self-proclaimed devil, as you see him sporting off his devil outfit, is in a chair of rulership right now, even as a puppet. Okay, even as a puppet to the elites. All right, he's in a privileged position. Why? Because of what we're about to get right now. First of all, let's get that definition. Coincidence: when two or more events happen at the same time in a way that is unexpected or unlikely. Now, coincidence is not actually a real thing. If any definition, this is a falsified definition. There is no coincidences. This is all pre-programmed through the will of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, every event taking place on this earth. For example, you and a classmate both visit the Grand Canyon on the same day would be considered a coincidence. Once again, I disagree with that. There are no coincidences. Every single action that we see take place is ordained from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. A leaf won't fall from the tree. Nothing will take place without the permission of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? Read the events of the book of Job. All right? So now, with that being said, the events taking place around the first of this year, which today is the 2nd of January, with the terrorist attacks over here in spiritual Babylon, whether they be plotted or organic, if you want to call it, people just waking up mad. Hey, the love of many is wax cold, but yet it's still all by the will and the hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, so you got Elon Musk, you got fucking Bill Snakes coming out saying that what Putin already said, the vaults have been open. Now the thing about Putin saying the vaults was open was, for me, I've been in this truth for about 6 years, at least dating back to 2019. So teachers such as Otto Malcolm of Chicago and other various teachers have already showed us these relics in these teachings. We've already, it's actually in one of my Bibles, I have printed pictures of King James being a so-called African American. Okay, so we know this information, but the rest of the world is slow to it. And also with Putin saying that vault was open, which meant that none of those paintings and those relics were touched. So that's one good thing. That was one bit of proof. But this recent outburst with Elon Musk and Bill Snakes should make you scratch your temple. Devils coming forth and telling their people that the true Hamashiach, which the world calls Messiah, is actually a so-called African American. That should make you scratch your temple. What does he get out of it? Okay, other than the scripture said that he will cause them to fall upon their own tongues. Okay, which is prophecy. All right, so let's get this. I don't want to babble. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Once again, starting out with who? With Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Okay, and it was said, how did he cover up? Michelangelo, and such artists as what was that, the Renaissance area, when Edom came about them caves and got his power back. Okay, after his head had been wounded. Okay, once again, the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, where he said that he will bring Edom down, but they will rebuild. Okay, and they have. And look, right now they run this earth into the appointed time for Yahweh Shai to bring them down. So once again, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Needless we say anymore. You looking at him. Look at all the power this man has from the puppet seat. Elon Musk is not the wealthiest man. That's all false, a figment of imagination, just like calling Trump a billionaire. Okay, that's all false. But the people set above him in the dark places use him for their agenda. So just pay attention. Okay, he covered up the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. Now, as far as Elon Musk goes, Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Now, who is Elon Musk right now? He's the sidekick to Nero, Trump. Okay, reincarnated Nero, Trump. And he's going to be unvoted politician. Okay, he's going to be in the cabinet, unvoted in to the United Snakes of America. All right, coming this next term. All right, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, and the widows, that widows may be their prey. And that system's been going on, that welfare system that helped build Keisha and Big Shirley, and caused the chaos that they brought on with their wicked minstrels children, Ray Ray and Pookie, fatherless, and that they may rob the fatherless. Woo, come on, right there. So that's been in play to destroy our people. And what will ye do in the day of visitation and the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? And this is talking to the wicked. Now, I want to get that. I want to get that in the Bible comparisons. I like the NIV. What will you do on the day of reckoning when disaster come from afar? And what's that afar? That's Yahweh Shai and the host and the army coming in those chariots that they already witnessing right now in the sky, all right, through their technology. And then they're frightened. To whom will ye run for help? Yeah, well, we know he's going to run into those bunkers that he got, which will solidify him if he's not over here in spiritual Babylon getting melted. If he's over in Davos or one of those places that they feel safe in, he'll be the election. He'll be the election of the slaves, of the wicked, meaning he'll go into slavery first, okay? When they get pulled up out of them doomsday bunkers. Where will ye leave your riches? To the people who Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have appointed it to. You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, you speckled birds that look like other nations, but your father comes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's who the riches will be left to. No other nation. All right? Now, this is the book of Obadiah. And if this doesn't explain this motherfucker right here, this creature, all right, what will? Obadiah, 1 chapter, starting at verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Allah, power concerning Edom, those people. Look, right here, those people, his heritage, his lineage, okay? We have heard a rumor from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, an ambassador is sent amongst the heathen. Who are them ambassadors? The prophets of Yasharallah, starting at the house of Grave Millstone. Also like-minded men like men of valor who teach this truth, okay? Hopefully I'm amongst those men. A like-minded man, an ambassador of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has been sent amongst the heathen, amongst the 17 nations, okay? Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. By who? All the nations, starting with the whore, okay? Starting with the UN and NATO imploding, in-house fighting, okay? Then you have the other Edomites, Russia, that hates you already. Then you have all of Russia's allies who have come together to form the BRICS, who are not so much friends, but they have the same common enemy. United States of America and their allies, NATO and the UN. Okay, so all nations are ready to come together for what? The battle of Jehoshaphat. All right, Armageddon. All right, in the valley of decision. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. This is verse 3. The pride of thy heart, of thy lob, thy mind, have deceived thee. And is he not prideful? To give you an example, SpaceX lying his ass off all the time. We've been here, we've been there. You have not been past the Van Halen belts, which is the gases that won't let you go past the upper hemisphere. That's why they said that they went there and then they lost the technology of it. However stupid that sounds, man. But yet they was able to go there back in the 60s and use a landline and have cameras already posted on the moon to record all the things that they can't do today in 2025. Okay, come on now. Thy pride of thy heart, of thy lob, thy mind have deceived thee. Thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. Is the high risers not their infrastructure? Go all the way back to Rome. It's the same thing, the same eagle, the same mentality, the same people, okay? Whose inhabitations is high. Once again, look at their infrastructure. I always call this out. After 9/11, Trump said, nah, I have the highest tire in New York, okay? That's how he responded, okay? And that's a true statement. You can look it up. That saith in his heart, in his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? Now, here you go. Elon Musk, what's his name? The owner of Jeff Bezos and like-minded Edomites. Hey, when have you ever seen a so-called African-American, Native American, Hispanic said we own rockets and we going out of space? It's unheard of. Even India, which is not our people, tried to pull that shit with no proof. They didn't even have a funky ass show. They just came out like a year ago and announced, well, we touched the moon and we came back. Okay, now you got these motherfuckers that's supposed to be out there stuck out of space celebrating Christmas. Once again, a big psyops. Where did that come from? They've been there for months. Okay, so see that? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, okay, the mascot of the Edomites from Babylon to Rome to this present day, okay? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle and thy set thy nest amongst the stars. This man proclaiming that he wants to colonize Mars. He not only wants you slaves here in Texas working 5 days a week at Tesla, but he wants you slaves up on Mars. Hey, go to YouTube and look up Red Faction, the video game. All right? And do your little research into it. These devils, bro, they never stop. Though he set thyself, Salakia, though thou exalt thyself. So Obadiah 1 and 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, and yes, they do have the stations, the space stations in the lower atmosphere. You see the satellites there in the lower atmosphere. That's why I bring thee down, saith Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Now, with further use, fair use, 107, fair use copyright. I'm not selling a product. This is strictly for educational purposes. Now, my video yesterday was, in 2025, you will see the horns, okay? Speaking of the horns of Revelation 13 and 11. Now, I'm going to use a tidbit of this first video just to hit in on the point. So, once again, the name of this video is No Coincidence, just the Lord's will, okay? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's will.
$1 billion net worth, but this tech titan once more.
Now, remember Starbase, okay?
About Elon Musk. He is building a town, and guess where it is located? In Texas. The US state is home to many of Elon Musk's businesses. SpaceX, Boring, Tesla. They're all headquartered in Texas. So Musk wants to build a town for his employees and call it Starbase. Should the world be excited or scared? Also, why does Elon Musk want a town of his own? How will it work? Who will govern it? And has this been done before? Our next report tells you.
Elon Musk. He is arguably the world's most powerful unelected man. And now, he is moving into Texas, big time. Over the past few years, Musk has expanded his footprint in the US state. He has core businesses in Texas. His auto company Tesla is headquartered there. So is Boring, his tunneling company. Recently, rocket company SpaceX moved to Texas from California. Over time, Musk has built offices, warehouses, and manufacturing plants across the state's counties. But now, he is taking the Texas...
If you don't know by now, this is going into your 15-minute cities, which are being built right around you right now. Starting off with those roundabouts that they're removing from Indianapolis and removing the stoplights and putting in roundabouts. Makes the traffic flow better. Nah, it makes martial law easier to enact.
Session to another level. Musk is doing something that few industry titans have done. He is trying to create his own company town. A gleaming, utopian city. A grand showcase of the futuristic vision of this tech titan. It will be developed in coastal South Texas, and it is about 4 square kilometers, a little larger than New York's Central Park.
Now let me pause it again for you. No, I'm going to go ahead and play it, and then we'll get the information.
Hopes to call it Starbase, and he has talked about it quite often. For years, the plan was not moving forward. It is a long bureaucratic process. There should be a certain number of residents in the area, and a new municipality needs support from a majority of voters. So over time, SpaceX employees have moved into the town. They have set up temporary housing, some of which are trailers. And this month, these employees took the first major step towards the Starbase dream. They filed an official petition. It says that Starbase will have a community of about 500 residents. Nearly everyone is a
Looks like a trailer park society to me, but coming from Elon Musk's mouth, he wants you at Tesla 5 days a week, at Tesla 5 days a week, and maybe go home on the weekend and go to sleep and get some rest and then be back at Tesla. Okay?
and works at SpaceX. The town could create its own police or fire departments. Create municipal utility systems, such as for water and road maintenance. And hold elections. No one knows exactly why Musk or his employees want a town of their own. Question is, should we be celebrating or worrying? While it is not common, the world has seen some corporation-built towns. Historically, such towns have been mostly hellish. Like Colorado's coal mining towns owned by John Rockefeller in the early 1900s. They were policed by armed guards.
So see, once again, nothing new under the sun. This is the ammo. Once again, who was given that blessing? The sword. Genesis 27. Esau was given the sword. This is all he knows is through force. They're take by force and violence.
No one could enter or leave. Few houses had water supply. The miners went on strike in 1913. The conflict turned violent, culminating in the Ludlow Massacre of 1914, which killed at least 19 people. It is unlikely that Musk's utopian model would follow this path. It is possibly going to be along the lines of Indian city of Jamshedpur, founded by the Tatas, or the UK's Bourneville, built by that Musk's utopian model.
Pay attention to this little kid on his shoulder.
Would follow this path. It is possibly going.
Look at that wickedness right there. What's that about? What's that about right there? And these are the people that you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics are still willing to trim thy ways to find love for? The oppressor? That's all he's always been, is our oppressor. Okay, up until Yahweh Bashim Yahushua comes to put his foot up his ass and changes around the situation, then we will be oppressing him. We will never be hand in hand with this wicked demon or his offseed. Look, you are your father. He is just as wicked as the man's shoulders he's sitting on. Hey, bro. Hey, come on now.
To be along the lines of Indian city of Jamshedpur, founded by the Tatas, or the UK's Bourneville, built by the Cadbury family. And Musk is not alone. Other tech giants are planning to join the club. Google wants to build neighborhoods around its headquarters in the Bay Area. They will have about 7,000 homes, mostly for Google employees. Meta is working on Willow Village in California. This is a neighborhood with 1,700 homes.
So you see, Meta has something to do with this, and other companies are doing the same thing. This is not an Elon Musk plan. Okay, Elon Musk is not the Antichrist. There are many Antichrists. The Antichrist is a system. Anything working against Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Even Antichrists within our community, the false prophets who willingly tell lies to you, so-called African American, Native Americans, Hispanics, instead of giving you correct warning. Okay, as the true prophets are set up to do. Give them warning, get the blood off our hands. Okay?
Mostly for Meta employees. Musk has the same idea, on steroids. But he is attracted by Texas' relatively low taxes and loose planning regulations. Plus, the Starbase petition demands an election where voters, or mostly SpaceX employees, will cast a ballot and elect the new city's officials. They suggest that the mayor will be a SpaceX employee, the SpaceX security manager. Experts fear that this may lead to unchecked power. But then again, Mustopia would only be part of.
Once again, a non-elected politician, but he's got the approval of who? Nero. And once again, you African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, so-called that is, the 12 tribes of Yasharallah believe in these demons. You put your faith and hope in these demons instead of turning to our true power, to repentance in our true power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Okay? You 2/3, that is.
Norm for the tech tycoon.
Now, before I get this next video, we're gonna listen. Elon Musk is actually pissed off MAGA. Okay? Once again, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said, I will put the Egyptians against the Egyptians. See, he thinks he's clever. While he's so-called promising to run off to set up these politics and have all the migrants bust out of the United States of America. In the same breath, he's telling you, I'm bringing my own migrants here to work in my facilities, in that Texas-based facility. Okay, so look, I did a little research. Okay? Elon Musk, place of birth. Pertia. Oh man, I had that. Petra. Now come on. Pretoria, South America. Bottom line, South America, not over here in the United States of America. So why is he given the keys to run over this place? To enforce his will over the place. Now, once again, MAGA said that they didn't want foreigners over here. And then you elect a man who's going to put one in power, unelected power over you. All right. Also, I did a little bit more research. Elon Musk Tesla, humanoid robot, also known as Optimus. This one you see kissing right here. Or Tesla bots are being developed in Texas. Okay, that should be too close to comfort for you. Once again, iRobot, needless I say anymore. You think all of these fucking robots is going in your house to be little Rosie from the Jetsons, to vacuum clean, to wash your dishes, to walk your dog and make your life convenient? Or are they going to be soldiers marching down your street that you can't defeat with your little pistols? Especially with my little 9mm. Okay, not only did I do that research, but look at this. Elon Musk, Neuralink, is the manufacturing, Elon Musk, Neuralink is manufacturing is being implants and surgical robots in a new facilities in DeVal, Texas, okay? Brain implants and surgical robots in new facilities in DeVal, Texas. So everything is set up. Okay, everything is set up, and let's get it. Here's the last video. Then back to these scriptures. That's who you putting your trust in right there. Abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
And gentlemen, the tech world is buzzing with excitement as Elon Musk, the visionary mastermind behind Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and the Boring Company, has just made another game-changing move. In a jaw-dropping announcement, Musk has revealed his plans to acquire YouTube for an astounding $50 billion. Yes, you heard that right. The world's largest video-sharing platform is now in the hands of one of the most daring and innovative minds of our time. But the big question is, why? What does Musk have in store for YouTube? And how will this groundbreaking deal reshape the future of the internet? Ladies and gentlemen,
now we're going to get back to these scriptures before I even speak on this account. All right, before I even speak on what you just witnessed, Elon Musk buying YouTube. Now, keep in mind, Twitter, not Twitter, it's like he already owns Twitter. TikTok being banned coming up soon. Okay, let's get these scriptures. Then we'll get back to that, what you just witnessed. 2 Corinthians, and I pray that this has been being edifying to the body. 2 Corinthians chapter 2. Verse 11, lest Satan shall get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. What's the main device that the wicked use? Communication. Now, Elon Musk already owns Twitter / the app X. From what I understand, he preaches freedom of speech until you speak against him. And then when you go against him, you get banned. Whether you be a media figure, a civilian, it doesn't matter. Once you speak out against this man, you're banned. That's from his platform. Now, how much more if he owns YouTube? Doesn't that sound familiar, people? Okay. Now, peep this out. Because once again, I already showed you that Neuralink is coming up out of Texas, okay? One of the locations. I'm pretty sure it's going to be manufactured worldwide. And keep in mind, Neuralink is just one investment of the MOTB, all right? It's going to be many more companies because this is a worldwide agenda. This is not the agenda of Babylon. This is the worldwide agenda. This is the devil's agenda, the elite's agenda, okay? So Revelations 13 and 15. Okay? And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Okay? That the image of the beast should both speak. All right? And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, now what do you think? Once again, when they put these lockdown and put this use that the media use that YouTube to do what? Advertise Neuralink. To do what? Suggest Neuralink. To do what? To imply that you must have Neuralink. Okay? To make it mandatory. That in other medias, but that's definitely going to be one of the platforms. Thus, seeing he owns it. Okay, this is 16. He calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bound to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. We got to get it. No confusing it. Do this over and over. It doesn't matter. Long as the point is being made. A mark. That mark is G5480. Charagma.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
A stamp, an implanted mark. Now, Neuralink, how is he doing the brain surgery? Through means of cutting you open. Okay? All right, and how do you get the chip? How do you get this mark? If it's not in your head and you getting it in your hand? Well, let's get the etymology. G5482. Karax.
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
And that will simply be a pail or a stake. A pail or a stake. Okay? Meaning it must be plunged into you. All right? And how do we go about doing that? Syringes, needles. Okay? If you order the damn thing today, it ain't gonna stick onto your hand and sink in. You gotta plunge it in there with the syringe that comes with the kit. All right? So there's no denying. You must receive that mark. All right? Or you will not be able to buy. Here it goes, 17. That no man might buy or sell. Revelations 13 and 17. That no man might buy or sell, save he that had that mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. So let me read that correctly. Revelations 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So if you ain't walking around with it in your brain, your forehead, or something like to say your shoulder, your ass cheek, because they think that's a humorous way of saying that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not going to judge you because you didn't get it in your forehead or in your right hand, when right hand actually just goes into your power hand. I'm left-handed.